It's Anna from Mimsy's Kitchen. Just wanted to share a little trick with y'all today. Today I'm putting up some garlic, and of course I'm getting some other stuff together to can. I'm going to be canning some chili today, and that's why I had the garlic out, and it made me think, hey, I could show them my little hack. And this is what I do to preserve extra garlic, because I always keep a lot of garlic on hand. So I'm going to show y'all that in just a moment. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's done. And what I do is I buy garlic in bulk, lots of cloves. These are just a few. I've already been working on it, as you can see, and then I have more in my little bin over there. So what I do is crush a clove. Remove these out of the way, so I already have some. Kind of clean them up just a little bit. Peel those papers some. And I cut the edges to help me peel it all the way off. Just a little peel there and there. And then it helps me work that paper off real easy. And I'm sure there's other hacks and tricks to that, and rolling them around and whatnot. This is just what I do, because I mean, that's how I've always done it, and I'm one of those creatures of habit. But I mean, you know, anything that saves time's a good thing. Make your hands smell wonderful, but you know, you can use a metal faucet or something metal to rub your fingers on to get that scent off. So I just peel the paper off and get it cleaned up a little bit there. Put it in the Ninja. And I do that until I have, you know, half the Ninja full, the little chopper Ninja part, not the big one. And so you can see there are easier hacks. I know that. This is just what I do. Kind of therapeutic. It gives you something to work your fingers, and so more cloves, and I just continue to fill the Ninja. While I'm working on this, I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. There are several ways to preserve garlic. You can dehydrate it. You can make powders. And for me, I like to have some instantly ready to keep in the refrigerator, so that when I'm cooking, I can just get a 1/4 teaspoon or however much I need. Now, I like a lot of garlic. Terry is not crazy about it. He likes some, but not a whole lot. So, and I just use olive oil. And once I get my cloves chopped, and you don't have to have a whole Ninja full. You could do this with just a little bit if you wanted to. I chop them real fine, and I put them in here. And then I just cover it with olive oil. And I'll take a spatula or a spoon, not metal, any kind of plasticware. You could even use the little measure thing off a cannon that you debubble with, and just kind of mash it down and debubble it. But be sure that you've got every bit of it completely covered in olive oil. Let it sit for a minute or two, debubble it some more, add some more olive oil, then store it in the refrigerator. Now, some people want to say you can only store it for 2 weeks. Me, just me, now don't follow my instructions. I'm just telling you, I can keep it in there a lot longer. And I won't even give you a specified time, because I know that they were just probably saying that to, as the old saying goes, cover their tails. But you be the judge of that. It's covered in olive oil. You think about how grocery stores and box stores sell it, and it's covered in oil, and they keep it on their shelves for months and months, and maybe even a year or two. And you could look at an expiration date to figure out too kind of how long they think it's shelf stable. And since it's open, you're keeping it in the refrigerator, you've got time. Like I said, though, I use a lot of it, so it probably doesn't last me more than a couple months. But that's just how I do that, and I'm not going to make you wait on me to do a whole little container's worth because I'm going to be doing this off and on periodically throughout the day. I've got a big pot of chili over here that I've put together and am going to can up for the winter time in smaller jars so that the 2-patient crew has quick lunch meals, and you know, they're getting their proteins and their garden veggies, and everything was grown in my garden except for this garlic, because my garlic did not do. It was too wet at the beginning of the spring. It rotted underground on some, and then some, the dear hubby was helping me weed eat, and he forgot where I told him where the garlic was, and he thought it was weeds. So he whacked the fire out of it. But anyway, that's not important. It's garlic, and it's organic garlic, and I bought it at the grocery store. No big deal. You can preserve anything. And the way prices are going up on things, I would suggest that you preserve everything that you could think of to preserve. So, with a little noise here, there you go. There's your minced garlic. This is what it looks like in the container. I just get me one of these pretty little jars and start filling it up. Nothing to it. You've got to cover it with that olive oil though. Absolutely. Keep it completely covered. As you use it, add olive oil. So say I've got my jar down to, I've used it down to here. I'm just going to come back in and top it off with olive oil. Take a spoon out, add a teaspoon of olive oil. Keep it really good and saturated. You can see I've got it very, very saturated. And that is how you preserve it. Simple little hack. That way, if you don't want to, or don't have a dehydrator and don't want to spend oven time dehydrating, or a coffee grinder to make a fine powder, but you love garlic, you can store it like this. You can also peel your cloves and leave them whole and freeze them. I've done that until I had time to chop them, and that works too. So I hope you enjoyed your little trip into Mimsy's kitchen one more time. I hope that helps you out today, and we'll be seeing you soon. Thanks for watching.